Okay, greetings everyone. Welcome to Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. I want to welcome you to my channel, all my subscribers, commenters, lovers, haters, triggers and peaches and scallywags. Each and every one of you, I welcome you to my channel. Well, uh, this week I will know the date that my child will be arriving. Um, it's the anticipation is starting to build a little bit, but it's like women been having babies since the beginning of time. There's nothing to, in my opinion, to get excited about. You know, uh, I think I'm doing my best to keep it real and it's true to the ages is by not knowing the sex of my child, even as we approach the delivery date. There's something about not knowing that is very refreshing. You know, um, it saves a whole lot of ego tripping on what you want it to be or how you're gonna raise it or something like this. Not that you don't have those thoughts anyway, but it's a whole lot of ego tripping that you don't have to do. You know, a lot of things I don't have to prepare for. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. Mia told me once, yeah, we need to buy baby clothes. I said, okay, what's the sex? And she said, I said, okay, then that ends that. So of course she went and she bought baby clothes. She hid them somewhere in the house. And if I was one of those inquisitive mind type of cats, I could have, found a little stash spot with the clothes and looked at the color and said, aha, but that would take all the fun. You know, you are strong as the secrets you keep, and so I want to keep her very, very strong in keeping her secret about what the sex of our child is going to be. I have this little trophy thing. And yesterday when I did my Sunday morning classics, I talked about the Grammys, and I didn't show it on camera, but I have you know, a little trophy thing. It's upstairs. Maybe I'll take a picture of it and put it in here. If I do, it's right here. And so it was. She was sitting outside. One of the rare times when I see her just sitting and just relaxing. Not with their phone and just sitting and just looking out. And so I walked up to her, and I happened to have this trophy thing in my hand, and I said, uh, I like to present this next award to Mia McLeod for bringing another McLeod into this world. And then I said a few things about how much I love her and how special it is that she's having this child and I hope she feels the same or whatever. It would have been an accepted speech. I probably got some applause from if I was on the Grammy floor. You know what I'm saying? At least one applause. And so when I finished, she said, "That- that's the Batman trophy." I said, "What? Everything I said? That's the only thing you got out of what I said? That you're going to talk about the trophy? Did you understand anything I said?" Huh? No. I said, wow, wow. So I try to paraphrase it and tell her that I was happy that she was having my baby, and I hope she would be too. It just goes to show you, that's what it's like in the Philippines. Often the time, they don't understand. You know, Often the time you have to make allowance for that by not angering and frustrating yourself and saying you didn't understand anything I said. Sometimes it's just best to just let it go. You know, I used to think that it's more important that I tell you what I have to tell you than it is for what you have to tell me. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it is. It's sometimes better for you to get things off of your chest. Let people know how you feel. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes when someone rubs you the wrong way, we have the tendency to want to lash out at that moment. But no, no, no. Me, I don't. Me, I say, okay, okay, okay. And I would leave, and I would think about what you said, and sometimes it would bother me what you said, and sometimes I should have said what I was thinking about saying, and didn't. But the long story of it is that I don't. And then what I often do is when I'm again with that person, I tell them, you remember the other day, and we were sitting around shooting a willy bobo, and you said what you said. Well, I have to let you know that, that was really flocked up, man. It hurt my feelings, man. You know, you know, um, I really didn't deserve you saying the things that what you were saying. you know. And then, at that time, that's a lot more way how I handle things in my life rather than pushing that confrontation. Well, flock you, Trigger. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a flock if you feel, like this at that time or whatever, that you get caught up in a moment. Because a lot of things happen to us in the heat of the moment, you know, and I avoid that. I avoid that. Not that I'm a coward or anything like that. Believe you me, I know how to kill a man. What I'm saying. But the point of the matter is that there's nothing, that it's like this. I said this time and time again. It's like this. You argue before it gets to here, and boom, like you want dukes and all that stuff. Anytime you can jump off and say, look, look, man, I'll check you. I'll see you later. I know where this is going. But sometimes you got to be a consequential thinker. I remember this book by Albert Ellis Albert or something like that. I can't remember his name. It was a book on rational motive therapy, and it was a book dealing about how we react to things. How often at times how we react to things, you know, uh, is not actually the way things are, and deserving of our reactions. For instance, like if you were driving in a highway and there's a guy, who's zooming out traffic, and then you get, oh yeah, who do you think he is? And then you fall behind him, and you zoom in behind him, and then now it's like a road rage type of thing like this, and this is stuff that you build up in your mind. So you don't know if there's a sick person in the back of that car, and he's trying to get to the hospital. You don't know if he heard some devastating news and he's trying to get home, or whatever. See, you don't know. So because you don't know the full extent of a situation, then you can't react, irrationally. You know, and it's almost like hey, if you're at a club somewhere and people are dancing, moving around, and you stepped on someone's toe, and the guy, motherfucker, did you see me? You stepped on my toe. I'm gonna punch you in the. See, this is what you tell yourself. You tell yourself he disrespecting you. Oh, he knew he stepped on your foot. Oh, he didn't apologize or nothing like that. I'm gonna show him. Hey, him with those type of things. When all actuality, he may not. He may not have known that he stepped on your foot. And if given a chance, maybe he would have apologized once you pointed out to him. But to automatically react as if it's some type of border dispute, what I'm saying? That you want to pull out the guns on, it's not. So we have to learn how to not react to things, and learn not to react to things without knowing the full extent. It happened to me. Matter of fact, about yesterday. Girls, will you stop it? It kind of happened to me yesterday. It's interesting. You know, um, you see, this is where I vent. This is where, I put my business in the street right here because I can do it safely, I can do it respectfully, I can do it non-threatening. And I can get my point across without putting anybody out, putting anybody on blast. So last week, hey, we talked about money lending and all that, money, hey, like that. When you're in the life and you're in a game, those of you who know what I'm talking about when I say you're in the life, and you're doing a transaction, and the person says, "Yo, man, I got you," and you say, "Okay, okay, well, and you go whatever, and then come to find out he didn't have you. What you mean you got me? No, no, man, I don't worry about it. I got you. I got you. I got you. And somehow or another, we take comfort. Oh, you like my rocking chair? This is my rocking chair. I'll be rocking with my baby, with my baby, with my baby, right here. So anyway, so you know, um, this guy who I loan money to, and against my better judgment, but sometimes you know, I go against my better judgment, and it just so happens yesterday in Robinson, I ran across him, and so I said, "Yo, man," I said, hey, we chat, we shut the Willie Bobo, hey, like this and whatever. And it's okay, man. I see you. No, 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 man. Hey, man. What about the dineros? What about the pesos? What about the dollars you owe me? You know what I'm saying? Like this, you were supposed to pay me at a certain date. Well, we passed that certain date, and now what's up? Oh man, don't worry about it. I got you. And then right there, I said, hold it. Pump your brakes, young brother. What you mean you got me? What do you think in the streets? You just say I got you and walk away like that? I said, no, no, man, I need my money. And so I can tell he got a little put off, a little upset because I was calling him out. When you say I got you, you say that some square dude who you ain't gonna see again, or you just want to get away from, or just want to change the subject. Yo, no, no, man, I got you, I got you, I got you. Don't worry about it, man, I got you. Like this. And so what did he do? He was, like I said, he was upset or whatever like this. So he walked over to his wife and wife blah 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 like this, and maybe his wife didn't know he borrowed money from me. I don't know, whatever. But she went in her bag and came up with the money and gave me the money. Here, I said, okay, man. I said, see, what did I tell him? Uh, uh, um, okay, not now that we're even. Now you square. Now you square. That's how you do things. Because if you ever in a situation again, he made a comment. He said, "Man, I never should have borrowed that." I said, "Well, why'd you do it? Why'd you do it? Why? Because people who would lend you money or would help you out, and so you just want to just go around just borrow money from them just because you know that they'll give it to you. You have no specific need. You know what I'm saying. You just doing it. So anyway, so you know um so I said, now we're square. If you're ever in need again, or if you're ever really in jeopardy and sending up an SOS, you'll see. Well, then you on a good ground for me to say, okay, man, I'll help you out again because I know you take care of business. You see what I'm saying? So that's something that you have to do. When you make a commitment to pay somebody or do something, just like the other story talking about foreigners are not Filipinos. You have to make a commitment. To take care of business. Now, before I go, I'll tell you, I told you a story about this is one cat who married this Filipino girl. When he first came to the Philippines, he was with a whole year he was paying 5,000 a month and sending it to this girl, and she had gotten an apartment. He put a refrigerator in there, and he done all these things to her, to prepare for when he come to the Philippines. Now he kept saying, "I'm going to surprise you, I'm going to come, I'm going to come," and sure enough, he surprised her and came. And when he knocked on the door, come to find out that she said, "You can't come in here. No, no, no. My husband is here." It turned out that she was married. She was also on Shabu. She also was wanted, like that. So he ended up literally sitting on the side of the road with all his belongings, and nowhere to go. You know what I'm saying? He didn't know what to do. But I happened to see him. Someone came to me and said, Gerard, there's a foreigner here. He has, he's nowhere to go. So he was from Florida. So I went over and say hello to him. And he's like, I said, man, can I help you out now? No, 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 I don't. No, I don't need your help. I don't need your help. Sometimes in my mindset, I don't need no help from a black man. No, get out of here. Go away like this. I said, okay, fine, fine, fine. So my lady friends who I was with, other girlfriends, took care of him, moved in. They let him move in, and he ended up. Make a long story short, he ended up marrying him, and then come to find out that he couldn't get his money out of the ATM machine, and he needed to make calls to the state. So now you need me. Now you want to use my phone. Now you want, now you want to call and everything like this. And that's what he died. Let him just to call. Speed this up because I'm out of time. So anyway, he went back to the states and to try to straighten it out because he couldn't get cash out the ATM. All he could do was buy groceries, and but he was able to live like that. And come to find out they had cut his check, and he had to go back to the United States. So he flew to the United States. He had an appointment on the 25th of January, 24th of January, but he left on the 22nd. And I said, "Why'd you leave? Why don't you go and get evaluated to continue?" And anyway, to make a long story short, he doesn't have money now living in the Philippines. It may be like about a third of his supplement that he gets now. So, you have to take care of your business. I just want to tell you, you have to take care of your business. I mean, even though hey, I get mine's monthly. You don't think every month. I'm thinking about the possibility that this might be the money to stop. What will I do? Whatever. I don't have property I'm selling in the states or insurance or inheritance, all this stuff or things that I can fall back on. I don't. So if it happens to me, what will I do? You know what I'm saying? So all I do is just every month is like that. My asshole tightens when I call the bank because I don't know. This might be the month, but that's a reality. You know, that's the reality that nothing is forever. Anything can happen, and better believe you me, Murphy's Law. What can go wrong will. This is Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. Remember, dreams are nothing more than plans waiting action. Never disrespect Elliot to pull something up. And sometimes you're the only one to see a vision. And the best, I had a break in there because my storage was full. So the best revenge in life is to live good. Live good. Uh, and if you have lucky enough to have a woman like Hollywood formerly saying that temptation one song, treat her like a lady. And ladies, if you're lucky to have a good man like me, make him feel like a king and never say no. I'll always love you more. I'll talk to you later. Peace.